All right. Hello out there. I'd like to welcome you to Sitting Down with Schneider. As we kick off our show, I'd like our viewers to know that this is my first set of interviews, and it will be done with high schoolers. I'd like to give them a chance to share some information about themselves, as well as feelings, concerns, and insights as we move through this unprecedented time in our history. Today is April 6th, 2020, and joining us is Heritage High School senior Ashleigh Kennealy. Hey there, Ashleigh. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Ashleigh, welcome to our very first ever interview for Sitting Down with Schneider.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, thanks for
Good to
being.
be
I'm
here.
kind of almost like the guinea pig here, right? As I work through and make all kinds of mistakes. So try not to judge too much.
No, I
Does that
won't.
sound good? All right. All right. So Ashleigh, before we start with anything on this interview, are you okay with me recording this interview and posting it onto my YouTube channel?
Totally. Yeah.
Totally okay with that. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Ashleigh. All right. So, Ashleigh, before we start with anything else, I'd like our viewers to get a chance to know you a bit. Would you share a little bit about yourself? Maybe some of your interests, things you might be involved in.
Sure. I'm Ashley. I've been doing theater for a long time, like 10 years. I do choir, I do video. I'm in a band. We're called Step Back. We do covers. We do like stuff in like the 60s to
Best band
current.
in Brentwood, voted best band in Brentwood.
I mean,
Yes,
yeah. So
yes,
I'm the
yes.
so I'm the lead singer in that, and it's just I do a lot of fun performing things around town. Is basically and improv. Improv's fun.
And improv as well. And so, someone like you, this whole shelter in place has probably been pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, hey, do you hope to continue into any of those activities as you move on into your college years at all?
definitely. Yeah. My plan before was to go to Belmont and study music business and do music industry studies. But I decided recently to stay local and go to DVC for a couple of years and do their music industry studies program, and then hopefully transfer to cut down on some of that student debt. But I'm still looking into doing performing and continuing and doing that.
Excellent. So you'll be able to continue with Step Back and be their lead singer here for a bit.
Mhm.
Excellent, excellent. All right. So, Ashley, I want to jump right in on the current situation and ask, in the midst of this coronavirus pandemic, and this is kind of what I want to do these for. I want people to be able to see, like, how are especially our seniors, right? Because I'm jumping in with seniors, and who knows, this might be the only interview I do, but it might be a bunch, and I just want to kind of see how people are handling it.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to know, just overall, how are you holding up with this current situation?
Honestly, none of it feels real. So I'm doing okay. Like sometimes it'll hit me and I'll like get a little mad, but I'm like, there's a lot bigger things happening, and it's kind of like putting that into perspective. Like it sucks that I don't get to like do my last improv show and go to prom and do all those things when it's currently scheduled. Who knows, some of that could get scheduled out whenever. So it's like I could sit there and be like, yeah, this sucks, but it's also good to remember that this is a really big scale thing and that we're all staying inside and we're all doing this for a good purpose. And
You know,
it's,
like the staying inside needs to happen before any of those other things can happen, right? So we can
yeah.
get rid of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do you find is the most challenging from day to day as you guys are under lockdown?
Um, hmm, think. Um,
It's okay. You don't have to have the exact answer. Maybe something doesn't just jump right to mind, and that's all good.
yeah, I think it's like only seeing the same four people because I love my family. I love my family so much, but I'm a very social person.
As you
So
could tell by the things you listed off when we talked about your activities, right?
yes, I like interacting with a lot of people. So it's been really hard not having that interaction with as many people all the time. And it's like, yeah, that's, I think, been the hardest part is.
Have you been interacting online? Have you been trying to do, I don't know, maybe some Zoom meetings or some other ways of going
Yeah.
about interacting?
Yeah, because like some of my classes, like my choir class, will like just have Zoom meetings just to catch up with everyone and not even like talk about class things. And my friends will like, we'll all call each other and play like online Cards Against Humanity, and we'll just like find different things to do online together so we can still have the interaction without like physically interacting.
Right. Have you found that, like you mentioned your choir class, have you guys been able to do any singing over, have you guys tried at all
We
to do any
tried.
singing together over the internet?
We tried, like kind of as a joke, being like, let's see how bad this will sound. And it was bad. We got like maybe a measure in and we're like, yeah, no, let's not try to do that.
Right on. Now you mentioned you're home with, did you say three? How many? So who's home with you right now?
Because my mom, my dad, Rachel, and Nick.
Right.
So,
Right on. Right on.
yeah.
Okay. So, I wanted to ask, a lot of times in a new situation, people will discover like something new about themselves that they may not have realized existed. And this may or may not apply to you. Have you found that with these 3 weeks of being under shelter in place, have you realized anything new about yourself, or you discovered anything that kind of just jumps out as like, whoa, I didn't realize I had that capacity, or that about yourself at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think a little bit with like doing makeup stuff because I've been like, because I have a lot of time. So apparently I can do drag makeup like kind of well. And I because I did a whole like
So a whole
drag.
nother talent, a new talent, right? To go
Yeah,
along with
so
all
I'm
those
like,
other ones.
yeah, because I like had just had some time to practice makeup and I'm like, oh, I can do all of this stuff with it. Didn't know that.
Have
So
you brought in some of the other members of the family to test out any of that drag makeup yet?
I have not. Be
I
like,
can only
Nick, come
imagine
here, we're
Dad
doing
giving that a
drag.
try. All right. So Ash, I'm not doing super long interviews, just kind of little insights and things like that. So the last thing I really want to know is, when this is all said and done, when this is all over, what's going to be the first thing that you want to do when shelter in place is all done? What would be like the first, oh my goodness, I don't have to stay here at home and I'm going to go do this? What would jump to mind as maybe the first, or maybe a couple things that you want to do right off the bat?
Let me see. That's hard.
It is, huh? Because there's so many things we can't do right now.
Yeah. Be like, what would even be the first thing? I don't know, maybe like go through the drive-through of Dutch Bros and have that really intense like, hi there, how you doing? Just to be like, oh my God, I'm having a conversation in person.
I mean, maybe you'd go do that with a big car full of choir kids, right? You could all get together in the car and go to Dutch Brothers.
Oh yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That would
That'd
be
be
fun.
awesome.
But yeah, just like the overwhelming human contact, like, yeah.
Well, hey, Ashleigh, as we finish up, is there anything just that you'd like to just kind of say to those? I don't know. There's probably not going to be many people watching this YouTube channel right off the bat, and maybe never. But any last things you want to say as part of this interview? Just maybe to just those high school seniors out there, just in general, kind of not necessarily a philosophy, but just, I don't know, maybe something you found that would, you can impart some words onto some people.
Yeah. Um, this sucks,
It
but
does.
it is also a good time to kind of take time for yourself and to do some self-care, practice some skills. Like it is, and a lot of it does suck that we're missing a lot of things, but it's like I was saying earlier, it's for a good purpose, and we need to stay inside and flatten the curve and all of that so we can go out and we can do those fun things that we want to do.
Right on, right on. Maybe take a little time I mean, it's forced time, but, and I know you guys are a close family already, but man, talk about becoming even a closer family, right? In the midst of all
Yeah.
this. Yeah, exactly. Hey, thank you so much for being the first uh, interviewee on Sitting Down with Schneider. I'm gonna, try and work on my questioning skills and work on some. And once I get actually better at this, maybe because you went first, we'll call you back in at some point. But I really, really appreciate your time, and
No problem. It was
have a
fun.
great evening. All right.
All right, you too.
All right. Thanks, kiddo. You have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Shoot, are we?
I think there it goes.